Have you ever thought about how you would spend your perfect day? Well, this is your chance. What you are going to do is, if this is one whole day, we know that there are 24 hours in a day, and you are going to map out what your perfect 24-hour day would look like. And let me go ahead and show you a finished product of what it might look like. So again, this would be like maybe my example, how I would spend my dream day. You can see a little pie graph here that shows how I would spend my dream day. It is color coded by what activity I would be doing. Since there are 24 hours in a day, each of these little pie slices is 1 hour. There's 24 of them. And so what you're going to do is you're going to map out your perfect day by picking different activities that you will do throughout your day. I, of course, clearly included some sleep in my day, but you certainly don't have to. And you will complete a color-coded dream day just like this. Now let me show you how you're going to do it. Obviously, since this is a project, we want your finished product to be clean and neat. So you're going to have a planning sheet. And the rules for the activity are here. This is where you're going to kind of map out what you're going to do. It's like your rough copy. And then you'll be given a final copy paper that look just like mine. And this will be your final copy. It's expected to be clean and neat and organized. So let me take you through the planning sheet. We have our columns here, color, and that's where you're going to kind of like a key. You're going to tell me what each color in your pie chart represents, what activity it is, what fraction of the day you'll be spending doing that activity. And really, the big math skill is being able to put that fraction in simplest form. Now, you'll notice that there's room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different activities. You don't have to divide your day into 7 activities, but you need to choose between 5 and 7. So you can choose 5, 6, or 7 different activities, okay? You need to complete the key with a different color to represent each activity. So if you go back to my example, since one of my activities was sleep, I chose the color red for sleep. So I colored the box under the color column red because that's the color I'm going to choose. So you need to complete the key, which is over here, with a different color to represent each of the 5 to 7 activities. Then what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to decide how many hours you want to do each activity. So again, there's 24 hours in a day. So each of these wedges is 1 hour. So again, if you're going to choose to do maybe homework for 3 hours of your day, then you would have 1, 2, 3 of these wedges colored in, 1 for each hour. What I need you to realize is when you color your pie graph, so pay attention to this section right here. When you color your pie graph, all colors should be in a group. So it says, for example, if you have 3 hours that you're shading in yellow for the 3 hours you're doing homework, they should all be together on the pie graph. So I don't want one yellow one here, one yellow one here, and one yellow one here. They should all be clumped together. So if you notice on mine, all of my yellows are together, all of my greens are together, all of my reds are together. So it's really easy to see which activity are you doing for a short time and which activity are you doing for a long time. Now, part of the planning sheet is the mathematical part because you need to be able to figure out what fraction of the day a certain activity is done. Well, the denominator is always going to be the same for this column because the day is out of 24 hours. So if you're doing homework for 3 hours out of the 24 hours in a day, this fraction would be 3/24. But the big task here is to be able to put that fraction in simplest form and be able to prove that you're one and done. This planning sheet is where you'll do the work for that. You kind of have like little scrap paper spaces all around. You can even grab a separate piece of scrap paper, but this is where you're going to get the color, the activity, the original fraction, and the fraction in simplest form all laid out. Once you have your planning sheet completed, it's like your rough copy, you will then get a final copy paper. This is going to be done in a very neat and organized way. Part of your grade is neatness and organization. So you should essentially be taking your work from your rough copy and putting it neatly and in an organized way on your final copy. Again, This is a presentation. You are presenting information. So you want to be neat, you want to be organized, and you want to be accurate. You want to make sure that your fractions are given correctly in simplest form in the second column. And we want to make sure that we are completely following the directions on the planning sheet, making sure you have 5 to 7 different activities, all of the same color are clumped together, and this chart is accurately filled out. So enjoy the project, enjoy the activity, and I can't wait to see what you would do in your perfect day.